Syntech Industries intelligence report initiated. Target analysis. Pipa Yuan, the largest culinary infrastructure on the planet. System check complete. Neural link established for deep architectural scanning. Zooming into Chongqing, the vertical city. Our sensors are stripping away atmospheric noise to reveal a massive structure integrated directly into the natural slopes of the mountain. Behold the scale. This is not merely a place to eat. It is a mechanical organism, processing thousands of patrons across 3,000 square meters of terrain. 900 tables, 5,800 seats, and a logistical heart that never stops beating. We are observing a logistics machine operating with absolute, zero-tolerance precision in a harsh environment.
Incredible.
The structure spans the entire hillside.
I think it's
Every
finally
light,
ready.
every table, and every fuel line is a node in a massive network designed to dominate the landscape through engineering. In this report, we dissect the anatomy of Pipa Yuan, from geodetic stability to thermodynamic efficiency. Witness the synthesis of traditional culture and industrial-scale operational logic. Phase 2, geodetic analysis. The mountain is not just a backdrop, it is the foundation. We map the multi-layered structure using high-fidelity digital twin technology today. Distributing 5,800 diners simultaneously requires a complex matrix of flow management. Each level must account for the immense physical pressure of the terrain. The verticality of Pipa Yuan is its greatest challenge. Patrons navigate a labyrinth of stairs, becoming data points in our telemetry matrix as they ascend the mountain. Every walkway is engineered for high-frequency vibration and stress. The material integrity is constantly monitored to ensure the safety of the thousands moving through this vertical maze. The light distribution is not random. It creates a visual stress loop, guiding the eye and the footsteps of the masses toward the peak of the experience. Energy distribution is critical. A network of high-pressure gas lines runs along the slope, fueling hundreds of burners with the precision of a high-tech manufacturing facility. We identify each table as a node in the telemetry matrix. These nodes are optimized for space, ensuring maximum density without compromising the movement of the supply chain.
But incredibly
Atmospheric
good.
conditions at
I
this
know, let's
altitude
order
create a
more beef.
microclimate. The steam from nearly 1,000 hot pots mixes with the mountain air, creating a dense, humid environment. Structural integrity is maintained through a series of reinforced platforms. Our analysis shows that these foundations can withstand the dynamic load of a constant human influx. As day turns to night, the energy signature of Pipa Yuan spikes. It transforms from a hillside restaurant into a glowing industrial beacon, visible for miles around. The logistics of food delivery on a 30-degree incline are staggering. Every step taken by the staff is a calculation of energy efficiency and timing in this verticality. From the valley below, the restaurant appears as a floating city, but our sensors see the truth.
This view
A
is
complex
incredible.
network of physical anchors
Are we
and
almost
digital
there?
control systems.
Yeah, look, right up ahead.
Environmental monitoring
Hi,
is essential.
reservation for 4
With so many
under
open
Kim.
flames,
To
the air
family,
circulation must be
friends,
managed carefully
and
to maintain the
many more
safety of the
years.
massive crowd gathered here.
Cheers!
Thermal imaging reveals a heat map of human activity. The density peaks at the mid-levels, where the main logistics corridors converge to supply the dining nodes. The lighting system consists of tens of thousands of individual units. They are managed through a centralized grid to create the signature orange glow of Syntech's report. Entry protocols are streamlined for maximum throughput. Thousands of individuals enter the system every hour, each being processed into the grand dining algorithm of the mountain. Biological response to the environment is measured. The combination of altitude, heat, and spice triggers a physiological reaction that is integral to the Pipa Yuan experience. The contrast between the organic forest and the industrial lighting creates a stark visual boundary.
You must try this.
This is where humanity's
To our
hunger
success
meets the
and
raw
friendship.
edge of nature.
Cheers.
Command and control is decentralized, but monitored. Managers use real-time data to identify bottlenecks in the human traffic flow before they can disrupt the overall operation. The fuel depot is the lifeblood of the mountain. Thousands of units are stored and deployed with military precision to keep the fires burning throughout the night. Architecture serves function. These stairs are the conduits of the system, designed to move people and goods at a constant velocity without creating dangerous congestion zones. The engineering of the platforms is a feat of mountain construction. Steel and stone are fused to create a stable foundation for the massive weight of the crowd. Ventilation systems are integrated into the mountain's natural crevices. They pull the heat and smoke away from the diners,
chef.
maintaining the delicate balance of the microclimate. The kitchen staff operates like a precision-timed assembly line. Their movements are refined through years of repetition to minimize wasted energy and maximize output speed. Waste management is a critical invisible layer. For a structure this large, the removal of metabolic and industrial waste must be handled with industrial-grade plumbing systems. Even in total whiteout conditions, the beacon of Pipa Yuan remains visible. It is a landmark of human persistence and the engineering of pleasure on a massive scale. Operational capacity is constantly pushed to its limit. The system is designed to handle peak loads that would cause any traditional restaurant to collapse instantly. The integration of green spaces provides a brief organic reprieve from the industrial intensity. It is a calculated design choice to balance the sensory overload of the diners. Time is the most valuable currency here.
We have to order
Every
more.
second of delay in the logistics chain impacts the throughput of thousands,
tea, please.
requiring a master schedule of absolute rigidity. The sonic environment is a low-frequency hum of human activity. This acoustic energy is a byproduct of the massive scale, a constant reminder of the crowd's power. Pumping water up a mountain requires immense hydraulic force. The water systems of Pipa Yuan are comparable to those of a small city, sustaining the entire operation. Geodetic analysis concluded. The foundation is stable, the structures are secure, and the mountain has been successfully converted into a high-performance culinary platform. Phase 3. Logistic matrix and energy flow. We now enter the guts of the machine. Tons of raw materials are moved every hour to sustain the demand. Inventory management is handled via a predictive algorithm. The sheer volume of peppers and spices required daily would overwhelm any conventional supply chain. Primary fuel for the pots: animal fats. Each block is inspected for viscosity and purity, ensuring a consistent chemical base for the reaction that follows. Internal transportation is a mix of manual labor and mechanical assistance. These corridors are the arteries of the restaurant, moving nutrients to every level. This is a human-automated system. Each worker acts as a processor in a larger serving algorithm, where speed and precision are the only metrics that matter. The data stream of orders is constant. Thousands of tickets are processed every minute, routed through a central server to the corresponding kitchen nodes. Hygiene at scale is an industrial challenge. The pot washing station is a heavy-duty facility, recycling and cleaning equipment in a continuous high-temperature loop. The central soup production is a chemical process. Thousands of gallons of base broth are prepared simultaneously, maintaining a strict ratio of spice to oil. Logistical vectors are optimized to prevent cross-contamination and traffic jams. The flow of clean food never crosses the path of dirty waste. Vertical mobility is handled by high-capacity elevators.
I'm so glad we
They act as the
here.
primary
Me
elevators
too.
of the system,
These chips are
bypassing the
exactly
stairs to
what I
deliver
needed.
heavy loads to upper tiers. Quality control
Look at
is
the
performed
scale
at the
of this
molecular
place.
level. The capsaicin
absolutely
content of the
incredible.
peppers
Make
is
sure you
measured
get
to
the
ensure
steam.
the heat level remains
This
within the
selfie is gonna
Syntech
get
parameters.
so many likes.
The supply chain extends far beyond the mountain. A fleet of trucks operates 24/7, connecting the remote hills of Chongqing to the global food markets. Labor management is a feat of coordination. Shift changes are executed without a second of downtime, ensuring the restaurant never truly stops serving. Real-time order tracking allows for micro-adjustments in the kitchen. If one station is overwhelmed, the algorithm reroutes the prep work to another node. Energy consumption is monitored in real time. The electricity and gas required to keep these vats boiling could power a small industrial park. Human endurance is the final piece of the logistics puzzle.
The wait is over.
Despite the technology,
It's beautiful.
the physical labor remains the foundation of this mountainside empire.
Let's begin.
Even in a
I
system
will
this
take that
large,
piece.
the smallest detail matters. The viscosity of the oil determines the flavor delivery to the diner's central nervous system. Sustainability is integrated into the industrial design. Solar energy and heat recovery systems help offset the massive carbon footprint of the operation. The cold chain must remain unbroken. Large-scale refrigeration units maintain the integrity of the protein supply before it is sent into the heat of the pots. The human element provides the final touch. While the system handles the volume, the seasoned hands of the master chefs define the flavor profile. Efficiency is the goal. Every movement, every order, and every delivery is a data point analyzed by Syntech to find the path to 100% optimization. Pipa Yuan is a city that never sleeps. The flow of energy and goods is constant, a 2-4 hour cycle of consumption and supply on a global scale. Automation is creeping into the prep zones. Robotic sorting ensures that every dish contains the exact weight of ingredients required by the standard recipe. Waste logistics are just as complex as the supply chain. Thousands of tons of food waste are processed and repurposed into energy or agricultural products. The agility of the staff is remarkable. They operate within a high-density environment where a single collision could cause a chain reaction of delays. Sensors are the eyes of the machine. They monitor every pipe, every burner, and every light, reporting back to the central nervous system of Pipa Yuan. Maintaining the human component requires its own logistics. The staff canteen is itself a large-scale operation, feeding the thousands who run the mountain. Traceability is paramount. Every ingredient in every pot can be traced back to its source, ensuring safety and quality in a mass-scale environment. Water purity is critical for the broth. An industrial filtration system processes thousands of gallons of mountain water every hour, removing all impurities. The dining table is the final destination of the logistics chain. It is here that the complex movement of tons of goods culminates in a single meal. The heat output of 900 pots creates a thermal plume. This massive release of energy is visible to our satellite sensors as a distinct heat signature. The physical toll on the staff is significant. Operating at high speed in a high-temperature environment requires intense focus and physical resilience. Early-stage automation is being tested. These robots represent the future of Pipa Yuan, where the human processor is slowly replaced by mechanical efficiency. Behind the food is the silicon. The servers managing the orders are the true brains of the operation, processing millions of data points every day. Even during heavy storms, the operation continues. The architectural design ensures that the logistical flow remains dry and functional under all weather conditions. Zero latency is the objective. In a system this tightly coupled, even a small delay can amplify into a major failure. Synchronization is everything. The restaurant has become a data-generating landmark. Every photo shared is a bit of metadata that feeds the global reputation of this industrial marvel. Phase 3 complete. The logistics matrix is solid. Now, we move to the heart of the reaction, the thermodynamics of the hot pot itself. Phase 4, thermodynamics and chemical reaction. At the center of every node is a pot of boiling oil, a high-energy reactor of flavor. We analyze the thermal distribution. Each pot must maintain a constant temperature of 100 degrees Celsius to ensure the proper extraction of flavor compounds. This is a chemical synthesis. The fats in the broth act as a solvent, extracting alkaloids from the spices to create a potent neurostimulant. The steam carries the volatile aromatic compounds. At Pipa Yuan, the sheer volume of steam creates a saturated atmosphere that enhances the sensory experience.
We need 2 steaks,
the
medium
Maillard
rare.
reaction
Rush it.
occurs in seconds. The high heat of the oil denatures the proteins, locking in the spice-infused broth for a perfect delivery of energy. The combined thermal output of the diners and the pots creates a microclimate heat island. Our sensors track this energy dissipation into the mountain air. Every ingredient added is a chemical reagent. Garlic and ginger provide the aromatic base, reacting with the hot oil to create a complex molecular matrix. The dual-chamber design allows for a controlled experiment in flavor. Diners can switch between high-intensity capsaicin and mild umami-rich broths at will. Energy efficiency starts at the burner. Custom-designed high-output gas nozzles provide the thermal power needed to sustain a rolling boil against the mountain wind. The visual result of the thermodynamics is the glowing mist. This is the physical signature of thousands of simultaneous chemical reactions occurring across the hillside. Each popping bubble is a release of flavor energy. The scent of Pipa Yuan is an industrial-scale aerosol that can be detected from kilometers away. Syntech's analysis confirms a high concentration of irritant compounds. These are designed to trigger an endorphin rush in the diners, creating a cycle of pleasure. The physiological response is part of the engineering. The heat and spice cause vasodilation, increasing blood flow, and enhancing the absorption of the meal's nutrients. From above, the energy signature is undeniable. Pipa Yuan is a thermal anomaly, a localized hotspot of human activity and chemical transformation on a grand scale. Texture is the final variable. The thermodynamics must be perfectly balanced so that every ingredient, from meat to vegetable, is cooked to its optimal physical state. Managing the thermal energy in the kitchen is an industrial necessity. Excess heat is captured and recycled to provide hot water for the rest of the facility. Ignition, the start of the reaction. Every new table represents a fresh injection of energy into the system, maintaining the overall thermal equilibrium of the mountain. Ionic balance is carefully controlled. The salinity of the broth affects the boiling point, and the osmosis of flavors into the food, a critical chemical detail. Turbulence in the pot ensures an even distribution of heat and spice. Our fluid dynamics model shows the chaotic but efficient mixing of the industrial broth. The addition of reagents continues throughout the meal. The reaction is dynamic, requiring constant adjustment to maintain its peak flavor and energy output. LiDAR sensors track the dispersion of the steam plume. This data allows us to model the environmental impact and the sensory reach of the mega restaurant. The structural transformation of the food is a testament to the power of the reaction. High heat and chemical immersion change the physical properties of matter. Stability is the hallmark of a mature system. Despite the thousands of individual reactions, the overall energy flux of Pipa Yuan remains remarkably consistent. The individual experience is one of intense sensory input. The heat of the broth and the cold mountain air create a sharp contrast that sharpens the mind. Even the cold of the mountain cannot extinguish the fire of Pipa Yuan. It is an outpost of warmth and light in a dark, cold world. The final chemical release occurs in the mouth. The numbing effect of the flower pepper is a neurochemical override, allowing for higher spice tolerance. Behind the scenes, the thermodynamics are managed with precision. Any drop in pressure would result in a failure of the flavor reactor nodes across the mountain. Social energy is a byproduct of the chemical reaction. The shared intensity of the meal binds the diners together, creating a collective human resonance. The residue of the reaction is everywhere. The deep red oil is the signature of the Pipa Yuan process, a permanent mark of the industrial culinary experience. Safety protocols are integrated into the thermal management. In an environment with 900 open flames, the risk of fire must be mitigated with high-tech automated systems. Constant monitoring ensures the reaction never slows down. The heat must be maintained at all costs to preserve the integrity of the Pipa Yuan flavor profile. This is the heartbeat of the mountain. 1,000 fires, 1,000 pots, and a single massive thermodynamic event that lasts until the sun comes up. Coolants are required to balance the internal heat. Cold beverages are a necessary reagent for the diners, allowing them to continue the high-energy meal. The perspective from the top is one of absolute dominance. The diners have conquered the mountain through the use of heat, fire, and industrial organization. We see the meal as a sum of its chemical parts: salt, capsaicin, and water, combined under high thermal pressure to create the ultimate industrial fuel. When a node finishes its cycle, the energy is cut, but the heat lingers, a reminder of the intense reaction that just took place at the table. Thermodynamic analysis complete. The energy flow is optimized, the chemical reactions are stable, and the mountain continues to burn with industrial efficiency. Phase 5.
Chef.
Digital Twin and
Table
real-time
5, hot
management.
behind.
This is the cyber restaurant. Every physical action is mirrored in our digital command and control center. We manage the restaurant as a digital twin. By clicking on a node, we can see the order time, table occupancy, and even the gas consumption. Every transaction is a bit of data in our metadata cloud. There are no paper menus here. The entire experience is mediated through digital interfaces. The heart of Pipa Yuan is not the kitchen, but the server room. It processes the millions of bits of information that keep the mountain running. Customer flow is analyzed to predict future demand. We track the movement of bodies to optimize the layout of the stairs and the dining platforms. The economy of Pipa Yuan
Vinegar
is frictionless.
neutralizes some
Payments
of the
are processed in
alkaline components
milliseconds,
of the spice,
feeding the financial
helping to
algorithms of the
balance
Syntech
the
parent
overall
corporation
flavor and
instantly.
mouthfeel.
Public data displays manage the expectations of the crowd. Information is used as a tool to control the density of people at the base of the mountain. Our AI detects shifts in consumption patterns. If a particular spice blend is trending, the logistics chain is automatically adjusted to increase its supply. Human oversight is still
The
required for
local water
high-level
has a
decision-making.
unique calcium to
These
magnesium
operators
ratio.
are the conductors of the
This
mountain
directly
symphony,
impacts the
managing
umami
the macro
receptors,
logistics of
giving
the
the
site.
broth its distinct,
Autonomous
rich
surveillance
flavor.
provides a constant feed of the terrain. Drones monitor structural stability and crowd density from angles that human eyes cannot reach. The staff are augmented by technology. Their handheld devices provide them with real-time updates on kitchen status, allowing them to serve with machine-like speed. The air is thick with information. Wi-Fi and 5G networks form a digital canopy over the mountain, facilitating the constant exchange of operational data. Maintenance is proactive, not reactive. Sensors predict when a component will fail, allowing our team to replace it before it impacts the dining experience. Pipa Yuan is a cybernetic organism. The boundary between the physical mountain and the digital management system has become completely blurred in our analysis. Transparency is forced through the digital ledger. Every unit of consumption is accounted for, ensuring that nothing is wasted in this massive industrial process. Staff efficiency is monitored to the second. By analyzing their
Good morning,
paths,
team.
we can
Quick
redesign
safety
the
check
kitchen
on the
layouts
slicer
to
before
reduce
we start
fatigue
prep.
and increase
Chef
the
B,
speed of service.
thermometer readings,
The
please.
experience is being
All right,
gamified.
let's get ready for service.
We are testing new ways
This
to
is
connect the
perfect,
diner
isn't it?
to the industrial
The quiet
process,
before the rush.
turning logistics
And
into
the
a
food
form of
looks
entertainment.
delicious.
Pipa
Cheers.
Yuan has achieved the ultimate metric. It is a world record holder, a pinnacle of human achievement in the field of mega-scale hospitality. The computational cost of running Pipa Yuan is immense.
The way the
energy
lanterns
required to
light up
process
the
the
mountain
data
at sunset
is nearly
is
equal to the energy
incredible.
used to cook the food.
It's the most beautiful
We map
thing
the
I've
social
ever
network of
seen.
the mountain. Pipa Yuan is
Here
a
are
hub
your
of human
table
interaction,
assignments.
facilitated
If
by
you
the
follow
shared
the
experience of the
signs,
hot
they will
pot
show
reactor.
you to your table
Every
over
day,
here.
a new report is generated. We analyze the performance of the system to find the next 1% of efficiency, the next step in our evolution. The cleanup cycle is automated. As soon as a table is cleared, the system notifies the nearest cleaning node to prepare for the next customer influx. We monitor our footprint. Through the digital twin, we can see how our operations affect the mountain's ecology and take steps to mitigate the damage. The manager acts as a grand strategist. They move resources around the mountain like pieces on a chessboard, responding to the real-time needs of the system. This is the first true cyber restaurant, a place where the tradition of the hot pot is combined with the absolute precision of the digital age. Augmented reality is the next frontier. We are already overlaying the physical world with digital art, creating a layered reality for our
Right this way
guests
to
to
the
inhabit.
second level, please.
Who is the diner
The
in this system?
stairway is completely
They are both a
clear.
guest and a
Enjoy
piece
your
of data,
meal.
a participant in the grand experiment of mega-scale consumption. Redundancy is key to digital management. If the power fails, our systems have 3 levels of backup to ensure the data stream is never interrupted. The mountain is wired for speed. Fiber optic cables run beneath the stairs, connecting every corner of Pipa Yuan to the global information grid.
During the
Social
peak
media
4-hour
integration is
dinner
built
service
into the
window,
design.
resource
The restaurant is
consumption
optimized for the
spikes
shareable
dramatically.
moment,
Gas
ensuring
and
its digital
electricity
presence
usage
continues
soared
to
to
grow
meet the
organically.
intense demand.
The scale of the energy
Logistic.
transfer is
The
staggering.
Q4 projections
We
are
are not just
clearly
serving
lagging
food.
here.
We are
need
fueling a
immediate
massive
logistical
human event on a
adjustments
daily
for the morning
basis.
shift.
I agree.
Every inch of the facility is
If we
under watch.
reroute the-
Our AI monitors the cameras for safety, security, and operational efficiency, ensuring nothing goes unnoticed. The digital twin is a perfect copy. It allows us to simulate changes to the restaurant before we implement them in the physical world of Pipa Yuan. The interface of the future is wearable. We are reducing the friction of service to near zero, making the waiter's presence almost telepathic. The heat of the servers must be managed as carefully as the heat of the pots. Our cooling systems are a marvel of small-scale industrial engineering. Even the furniture is part of the digital twin. We know the location and condition of every chair on the mountain, ensuring a perfect setup every day. The human experience remains at the core of the digital matrix. technology is used to protect and enhance the simple joy of a meal with family. Reliability is our religion. In the world of Syntech, a system that fails is a system that does not exist. Pipa Yuan is always online. As the first shift of the day ends, the digital twin prepares for the next. The cycle is eternal, a never-ending loop of data and flavor. We see the future in the eyes of the guests. They are the inhabitants of this new world, the pioneers of the mega-scale dining experience. The workers of the future are technicians. They maintain the complex systems that make the simple act of eating a hot pot possible on this scale. Coding the experience. Every line of software written at Syntech Industries is a direct contribution to the success and stability of the Pipa Yuan project. We visualize the crowd as a fluid. By understanding its viscosity and pressure, we can design better spaces for people to live and eat in. The mountain has been transformed. It is no longer just a piece of nature. It is a monument to the power of digital management and engineering. Phase 5 complete. The digital twin is stable, the data is clear, and the management of Pipa Yuan is a masterpiece of modern industrial logic. Pipa Yuan is not just a restaurant. It is a milestone. It is a proof of concept for the future of urbanized, mega-scale culinary environments. From a quiet hillside to a global landmark, this transformation was not achieved by chance, but through the relentless application of industrial-grade engineering and vision. The records are only symbols. The true achievement is the seamless integration of thousands of human lives into a single, high-performance operational matrix. Nature and industry in perfect alignment. At dawn, the artificial and the natural worlds become one, sharing the same palette of light and energy. The legacy of Pipa Yuan lives on in its people. A new generation of culinary technicians is being trained to manage the mega structures of the future. The model is scalable. Syntech Industries is already analyzing other mountain sites for similar developments. The era of the industrial mega restaurant has only just begun. Imagine a world where every natural landmark is enhanced by high-performance culinary architecture. This is the vision of a fully integrated, digitized planet. Does the megascale destroy the traditional, or does it protect it by providing the infrastructure needed for it to survive in a modern world? Innovation continues in the lab. We are developing the flavors of the future, designed for mass consumption and high-energy metabolic efficiency.
Thank you both for coming.
From the edge of space,
To Pipa
the human
Yuan
presence on
and
Earth is
new
defined by
friendships.
these pockets of intense energy and light. Pipa Yuan is a major part of that signal.
Look at this
The
location.
cycle of life
If we
and
implement the
consumption
new
is
design
fast.
here, we won't
Like
just
this drop
dominate
of
the
water,
block, we'll
we enter
redefine
the
the
system,
entire market.
contribute
It's
our
aggressive,
energy,
but the
and
data
leave as
supports
part
it.
of the
Let's move
atmosphere.
forward.
Syntech Industries is proud to have documented this marvel. Our analysis provides the blueprint for the next generation of industrial-scale human experiences. Tradition is the soul of Pipa Yuan. No matter how much technology we add, the core remains the same. The warmth of the fire and the shared meal. This is the dream of the cyber city. A world where culture and technology are one. Where the logistics of pleasure are handled with total precision. The report is nearing its end. But for Pipa Yuan, the work never stops. The pots are always boiling, and the data is always flowing. Under the light of the moon, the restaurant looks like a fallen star. It is a piece of heaven brought down to earth through human will and science. Perfection at any scale. Whether it's a million meals or a single grain of rice, the goal of Pipa Yuan is absolute quality in every detail. As we pull away, we see the true impact of this structure. It has changed the mountain, and it has changed how we think about the future of food. What is your analysis? Can culture be fully digitized? Leave your thoughts in the data stream below. We are listening for your feedback. The analysis of Pipa Yuan by Syntech Industries is now complete. We have seen the machine, we have felt the heat, and we have recorded the truth. Shutting down the neural link. All data has been saved to the central archive. Thank you for participating in this industrial intelligence briefing. Syntech Industries. Analysis complete. System offline. See you at the next node of human achievement. Goodbye.